Hello there. I hope you all enjoyed the Christmas period through to New Year's, as I certainly found myself enjoying the lack of work needing to be done, but I can't leave you all forever, so I'm right back here again. Today I want to discuss one of the games I was able to indulge in thanks to the break I was granted. We'll do my best to explain the gripes of progression that I faced. However, do keep in mind I haven't 100% of the game quite yet and would say I'm about 75 to 80% done, when the majority of the post-game still left untapped. I'll try and build this up the best I can with different sections, but do keep in mind that I'll be going over things that some may find as spoilers, despite how long the game has been out for. Now, one of the selling points of these games was that you could take the gyms on in any order, since there was nothing really stopping you from accessing a majority of them, besides the wild Pokémon, which gave you a general idea as to what level you should be at. However, because of how the layout is, and the freedom bestowed by it, you could quite easily beat a gym that is a ways ahead, leaving the prior gyms a chore to come back to later. The Bulbapedia wiki shows the order in which the gym leader should be fought in order to give a fair level up, and so you don't blow through the remaining gyms if you overlevel. This is the intended route you're supposed to take, whilst this is the one I actually ended up with. It doesn't take a genius to tell you that something is wrong when I'm fighting the 7th gym leader as a 4th one, instead of leaving a large deficit in the end. When I look at the quest with Team Star, or going out to fight Titans, there isn't much of a muddle up with them, as I ended up battling Atticus before Mela, whilst on the Titan side I beat the Earth Titan first and the Rock Titan fourth. The mix-up certainly isn't as bad when compared to the gym leaders, so it's probably best to look back as to how it may have happened to begin with. When taking a look at the map, you can see where the first issues start to crop up, since gym locations tend to have at least 2 in close proximity, with the rest distanced by some margin. This is usually fine, as they're grouped up accordingly to work as a suitable drifting point, such as with Gracias and Iono, since once you beat the first, you'll likely migrate along to battle the other in quick succession. Clearly with this thinking, they would have put the first gym leader up near the second and third, instead of the penultimate leader on your journey, yet here they have Katie slap bang next to Tulip, which probably explains why I got so easily thrashed when exploring, because the jump in levels was stupidly higher than I expected. It probably doesn't help that even though I cleared the 7th gym, I never got the hint that it was hard, since I swept through using my Meowscarada, as I have a high speed stat and access to a move that will always land a critical hit known as Flower Trick. This is to be expected, considering the lack of coverage moves that could be used, since all the Pokemon only use 3 moves, with some being made void entirely on the fact they can't hit dark types, or get demolished in the face of stronger physical moves. Not even a Reflect can save them. Outside of the gym placements, the area names don't exactly make it easy to follow either, as you would expect the difficulty to ramp up depending on which area you went to, but this isn't the case, since the first gym leader is in the first area, whilst the second is in the area 6. I can only wonder what kind of struggles a kid would go through if they were meandering around only to ramp up from the first gym to the 7th without warning from others, since they don't know better in most cases. Even then, they'd probably end up over-leveling thanks to the numerous experience candies that could be obtained from items or Terra Raid battles. It's boggling how things can flip-flop depending on the circumstances, but more often than not, people are likely going to miss out due to the poor direction. I sure as hell hated having to go back and basically run through these gyms that would have otherwise been a lot more fun if there was some sort of struggle to deal with, but they ended up being a one-stop shop for boredom because their Pokemon stood no chance. I was most disappointed with Iono's gym battle because they tried to be clever with the ace Pokemon, where she has a Mismagius that terrestrializes into an electric type, so it would be without weakness. Compared to other gyms that felt redundant when the Terra gimmick was put to use, this felt clever and interesting, since they could have just given her someone from the Dynamo line and left it at that. All of this went to waste because my Pokemon were 10 levels higher and swept through with little hassle. Being able to freely explore the region and take on gyms of your own choosing was a clever idea at the start, but it was undercut by the fact that the levels don't scale at all to match the players. This could have easily been accomplished by having the game track which badge you are up to, and then provide the next gym leader with a team that would match up to what was expected, but instead we got the illusion of being able to take on whoever we pleased, only to suffer in the long run. Every gym battle would hold a lot more memorability if such a feature had been implemented, but all we got left with is a broken system, making us question if we should even battle the next gym leader yet. I could understand that Grusha was likely one of the last I had to face in order to beat the challenge, but I never expected someone like Tulip to be a step before, considering the level difference and ease of beating her. A lot of the gyms were a real letdown, actually, when comparing gym tests to team layouts or personality as a whole, which is why I'm agitated I couldn't properly experience a battle against Iono on fair terms. I would hope the rematch against her and the rest of the gym leaders shed some sort of light on their characters more, so I feel some sort of a compelling feeling to care a bit more. Those such as Grusha had a opportunity to leave an impact, but it fell flat when so little was given to begin with, and the battle was nothing of note. With such a strong cast of characters stretching from Nemona to the respected professor, depending on which copy you picked up, it's a shame a lot of it is ruined when regarding the gym leaders. Had the positioning been better, the team was able to scale according to the challenger's current number of badges or otherwise, and it would have felt the progression wasn't lopsided, but unfortunately Game Freak didn't think ahead. At least when it came to the Elite Four in this version of the game, it felt like a challenge again, like I was being pushed. At least Larry was able to have some sort of redemption, even if it was with a different typing. Let's just hope this doesn't become some sort of tradition, though. This has been Skullman Speaks, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully.